Right, so it's that time again, Saturday. So every Saturday for the past, going on a couple of months now. It's got to have been a couple of months. I've been doing this shamanic spread, so unless there's been one Saturday where I couldn't find it. And that's really bad because I've got 3 versions of this deck. I've got this wee mini one, and I've got the big deck, but 2 of them, and it's not being greedy, it was because yeah, it's quite powerful for if doublers come out. I've got a few decks. Basically, you know, it'd be a bit too luxurious to get too. What I like to do is I've got a few of these mini decks, but that was like, my God, so many years ago now. Whenever it came out, like 8, God, it might even be 9 years ago now or something. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, let's crack on with this. Got to be something with that though. Don't tell me that's copycat stuff again. I don't like picking up on this, but it's just because I did get. It was something like I bought the big deck, right? And it's a really big deck, the full size. That's why I like working this wee deck, and I think it like came late or something, and they sent me another one, so I ended up with like 2 decks. But it came in quite handy. But like I said, I don't know where they are. They're through there somewhere. But anyway, but it's kind of it with 2. Well, the thing is, it's not. But right, maybe there is copycat stuff in that really strong 144 in the collective, because the shadow side of Pisces is all of that, right? So that's why that's all coming through about lies and confusion, illusion, and copycat stuff, and just destiny swaps, and you know. Which hasn't happened to every twin flame, but it has happened quite a lot. It's because of that. So I'll be glad when that fucks off, that energy, because it's horrible. It makes my skin crawl. But it is stuff I'm good at picking up on. But because, like, I would say that if I was using one of these decks where it's like, you know, when I've given the stories, oh, I thought I was buying the real deck and actually it was a knockoff version, then I would think, but because it was 2 genuine decks that I was talking about there, I feel it's talking about you and your twin flame. So we'll just see though. We'll see with the curse card. The curse card haven't come out for a while. I wouldn't be surprised if it does this week. So for Saturday, because I'm filming this on the Thursday, and I'm going to go live. I'm just going to have a wee bit of a break because I've filmed a few videos. So I don't know if I'll go live for long, but I will for a wee while. So, but that's weird because you'll be seeing this after anyway. Yeah, Saturday is a Cancer moon, so it's Aries, Sun, Cancer moon, so that is honest conversations, like honest feelings being shared, or it could be quite raw trauma surfacing. It could be a bit of all of that if you think about it, but it really depends. If you're doing shadow work or shadow integration on your own or with a healer or something, it's quite good because it's like being honest and reflecting. It could be quite emotional. Cancer energy, Cancer moon can be emotional. It can be sad as well. Shadow side is depression, sadness. But yeah, cozy cuddles, cups of tea otherwise. So, right, okay, so I'm a bit tired, so I'll not go on too much. So, and also, what's important though is we've got Mercury retrograde coming to an end this week. So, yay! So, I think it ends on Sunday. I'm pretty sure, but I'm just going to double check. Yes. So, the last day of it is Sunday, which is the Leo moon. Yay! But the shadow lingers for a couple of weeks, you know what I mean? So, but at least that should, you know, what it means is this weekend is like highly likely for, you know, delayed messages to be coming in or communication, but that can be twin flame or karmic stuff. So it really just depends, you know, so just on whoever's resonating and whenever this manifests. But I did get drawn to 418 union, and that could literally be around Easter because my birthday is Easter as well, so because that's my birthday if you're new. 4 of Wands, 418 connects to the 4 of Wands. 4 of Wands is union, and that's why I'm here to bring in the unions. So bring you into union with yourself and bring in the unions, and I can help bring you into inner union in a better way if you do that one-to-one work with me. But I can actually do it with people through here too. I have done it with people through this. So the card in the south represents that which you need to let go of. What needs to be shed is an old wound that you no longer need to define yourself by. So what is it that you need to let go of? The Andean cross is on the bottom there. That leapt out the giveaway. So 23. 23rd April could be significant. That would be into Taurus season. God, it's went freezing now. It's weird. It's like warm during the day, and it's going, but it goes like extra freezing at night. So I haven't been out today though. I'll need to go out tomorrow. Make a list of 10 people. Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm not reading that because it came out of reverse. So this is what you need to let go of, what you need to shed. It's difficult for you to set limits on how much you give yourself away. Oh, I was going to say that. I was going to say, like, you know, it's... Anyway, we'll just read what it says because I'm tired. But I was going to say it feels like someone's like, you know, you need to stop over giving. It's difficult. Is it difficult for you to set limits on how much of yourself you give? If you give more than is healthy, then you'll not be able to give for long. You'll feel resentful with your partner or associates, and you'll feel like the world owes you something in return. Notice if you give for any reason other than pure generosity. Are you trying to be liked or accepted? Are you hoping to heal an old wound? Start giving to yourself first and foremost. Offer yourself the care, the love, the time, the acceptance that you're longing for. Once you experience plenty, then you can truly give to others. Yeah, because it's like, you know, even with this, like, although I'm saying I'm going to go live, I don't know if I said that at some point in this, I'm going to see how I feel after I film this, and I think I might just bash on and film Sundays too, because then it means that I don't need to film anything tomorrow if I don't want to. But also equally I can, because I think I probably will go live, but at least it means I've done these videos. But, you know, I'm not going to force myself to go live if I don't feel like it. Also because I don't want to push my voice. But the card in the West, but I feel all right to do it just now, but we'll see. The card in the West represents a part of you that needs to die. It's an old wound, a story that needs to be let go of, so you may find a new meaningful story for your life. Again, I say it every week, but I really don't understand why they made questions that were so fucking similar. The ancient ones. So the ancestors are helping you with something. And that's number 1 as well, so that feels significant. So this is the part of you that needs to die, so you can start a new meaningful life. Yeah, it did come out upright. The ancient ones are the shamans of the old who defeated death and escaped from the tyranny of time. The ancient ones once walked the earth like us, flesh and bone. Now they reside in the infinity and can counsel us after we say yes to our calling. They're available and help us to attain full realization. Right, that's interesting, because I've filmed Thursday, Friday, and now this is Saturday, but I'll do another wee Twinflame therapy Saturday one too. This is a theme of following your calling, because in one of the ones I kept pulling the Destiny card. Now, full disclosure, I have not watched back either of them yet. At least one of them they both felt really intense, but one of them felt really intense. See, I'm coughing. Now, it could be because I've been using my voice a lot in a row, but this could be representative of stuck trauma or something. So, like I said, it's pay attention. The invitation, the ancient ones invite you to reach to the future to help birth a new destiny for the earth. And like I said, I kept pulling destiny. Go ahead, find out who you are, becoming 10,000 years from now. If you accept the invitation, great power and blessings will come your way and allow you to craft a new destiny for yourself. Do not hesitate to bite off more than you can chew, because you have unlimited spiritual resources available right now. So what the message there is, don't be afraid to change. Like, it feels like the death card. Don't be afraid to start anew, because it's time. Because you're missing out on the wonders that could come when you move forward into the new. You've had patience. I feel you've been healing. Yeah, and that came out again, so maybe you're still healing, you're needing to have patience. I feel you're needing to have patience before you go out on a journey, or you've needed to have patience and now you're ready to do it. It depends where you're at. And you're protected. This is very similar to one I gave earlier. I want to see if the death card comes out. Ugh. It's Judgment Day. It's the moment of truth, you know. It's this deep spiritual awakening, realization, come to Jesus moment. It feels like, I feel like I want to say, and it's quite good when I'm tired like this, when it's like, because it's funny, it was quite warm in here, the heater was on, then opened the window, now it's freezing. So hot and cold, somebody could have been hot and cold with you, or you were hot and cold with someone. I feel this is like I feel I'm tapping the masculine collective, because that's who I usually tap into the strongest. Again, I can tap into masculine or feminine, but it's like that's who usually comes to me for the most help, male or female. But it's like to get into their feminine, ironically. But if you are, again, like I always say, if you are a divine feminine out there, a divine feminine teacher like me, or you're just a divine feminine twin flame doing whatever creative stuff you're doing in the world, and you do need, you know, support, whether you are a guide or whatever you call yourself too, or you know, if you feel, you know, lurk a while, see if you trust me. If you've got like if you don't want people to know who you are and you just lurk and that's why you don't get involved or anything like that, I'm not going to say to people, you know, who I'm working with, that if anyone, just because I feel at some point that might be a thing, because again, I'm here to help. That's what that card's talking about, the ancient ones. That is the twin flame elders, and that's what I am. So but yeah, it's Judgment Day. I'm getting a strong feeling that everyone can see this. Everyone can see this truth of this awakening. So whatever this is, everyone can see. That's what it is. Everyone can see the truth that two people belong to each other. And I would say that's like the James, well, it looks like James Arthur. So that's basically, look, he's not got red hair, but it's like, you know, just walls home in on is that wee couple. Like it's that this is like a 10 of Pentacles kind of meant to be like you could really leave a legacy. Again, it feels like Jesus and Mary Magdalene energy type of unions. That came out in one of the other ones, a Queen of Wands in reverse. That's just a nasty piece of work. Female energy, whoever it is, has been trying to prevent this from happening. But it's not going to work because we've got the Three of Wands, the card before 1144. That was good timing. It's basically it's divine timing for something to come together. And this masculine's just having a wee cup of tea or coffee and they'll be on their way. And that's karmic justice. This could be legal justice in some cases, but it's karmic justice. So again, we're not going to dwell too much on whoever was trying to stop that group of masculines. You'll know who that is in your situation, or maybe you don't if you're on the receiving end of it. But yeah, there's somebody trying to stop that person. All the people that resonate with it. The card in the North, probably more than one, but it's just a Queen of Wands in reverse that came out, and that came out in the video I'd done earlier. The card in the North represents the wisdom that you need to acquire. You have learned the lessons from the South and the West. What wisdom is ready to mature within you? What medicine are you ready to embrace? What are your deeply buried treasures become available to you? Wait a minute, they're telling me for extra clarity. I'm like, why do we need extra clarity when the Jezebel card kept coming out the last few days really intensely? But what else do we need to know? Anything about whoever was holding this group of masculines back, or anything else? Divine masculine. What about divine masculine? I've left the card out. Yeah, so whoever it, what's this? Whoever it is, it was somebody that they got involved with, whether recently or from ages ago, through a drinking toxic lifestyle. So held the masculine back, but now they know they love you. Could be more serious commitments on the horizon, or that could just be a sign of union. Love spell. Now, you know what I'm getting as well? Like this, that came out in the other two videos. Like there's definitely like some of these karmic females have done like some kind of love spell where they were like trying to like push somebody to marry them, or they did manage to do that with some people, or like, you know, force an engagement or something like that. And now they're not happy because it's not worked, or even if it did work, it's like it's all fallen to shit now. Because it was all built on, like, you know, that, because even drink is a spell too, do you know what I mean? Because it's like, it's well, it's like, you know what I mean, think about it, like, especially like this weekend being a Mercury retrograde and a Venus retrograde, it's like, I'm not missing being out in that. It's kind of like, you know what I mean, it's because it's Pisces is addictions and drinking and drugs and stuff, and it's just so much confusion and illusion. There's definitely going to be some major regrets, and this is for Saturday too. There's definitely going to be some major hangovers, major regrets. Definitely a lot of people waking up with karmic people and exes, and so here's your warning. I'll put this one out a bit earlier. Turning your back, and others are like, nope, learned my lesson there, turning my back on these situations because it felt like shit when I went down karmic lane. and they just tried to trap me. But yeah, that's what I was feeling. Because it's trap in reverse, something didn't work. So somebody was trying to trap somebody, though. If somebody needed clarity there. Same cards it keeps cutting on. Feeling like shit. But somebody's feeling like shit because, yeah, about whoever tried to do that. Or like I said, in some cases, it could have been somebody has done that. I just felt guide to pick them up. So, right, card for how you'll a meaningful story for your life, all that kind of jazz. The Gatherer, that's funny because I thought, right, so look, whatever comes out here, we've got 21, so the 21st of May could be a significant date for something happening. Feels like that is somebody's union or communication or something. Or it could be a birthday, whatever that anniversary is. But look, the Beloved. So it's like, do we need the Divine Masculine card? Because that would be quite good. I'll put them back in. We'll just need to deal with what we've got. But 21's end of a karmic cycle as well. Soul retrieval. You could need a soul retrieval, or you might have done soul retrieval, and you've done it enough that it's bringing something together. It's the way I'm feeling here with the Beloved. So before we cultivate grains, we collected the wild bounty of nature. The Gatherer finds abundant seeds, nuts, berries, and wild greens, where the ordinary person sees only the barren soil. The Gatherer is the provider, the forager, the gardener who collects roots and vegetables for the long winter when game is scarce. She does not hoard trust in the bounty around her. Look at the resources you already have close at hand. This is a time of abundance. Everything around you is ripe and ready for harvest. Banish the notions of scarcity that have limited your choices, coloured your destiny. There's that word again. Pack your bag for winter and start with low-hanging fruit that is all around you. Every time I read that card, low-hanging fruit reminds me of the Divine Masculine male and females that have like settled for less because of your low self-worth. So, and this is how you're going to share your gifts with the world. And before it even comes out, I feel the way a lot of you are going to share it is trying to prevent others from that happening. That's so crazy because I don't know if it was in this video. I think it was in the one before when I mentioned, it was in the one, it was one of the other ones when I mentioned like the jaguar spirit or some kind of black cat or puma or leopard, because I've got a jaguar that works with me really closely, and the jaguar cards just come out. And the thing in this is, I'm going to read it to you, but this is a really powerful power animal to have. And it's like they choose to work with you. You know what I mean? You can still call on the jaguar spirit, but it's like you just kind of know when these animals work with you closely, and it's really powerful. So I'm going to read it to you. It's like something about like not having any enemies, which that bit doesn't resonate with me because I've got lots of. I don't like the word enemy, and I don't consider people that. But like I always say, it's like because. It just always comes through whenever I've had a personal reading for myself. It always comes through like, wow, you've got a lot of jealousy around you. You've got a lot of people that feed off your energy. You've got a lot of people that make out like they like you and they don't. I'm like, yeah, I know that. Put on the 12th house, fucking hidden enemies everywhere. So you just got to protect your energy and just kind of. It's just I can see people's shadows, you know what I mean. But everyone's got a shadow. Just you don't need to be palsy-walsy with everyone. You can still be nice, but clock people. The jaguar is a protector of all life in the Amazon, and in times of fear, she brings out courage and certainty. Jaguar is at the top of the food chain and never becomes prey. With great step, so what I take from that is people might try, but they're not going to knock you down. If they do, it's like what I would say: fall down 7, stand up 8. That's Aries. With great stealth, she can track her mark from a distance and not be seen or heard. She moves gracefully through the jungle, relishing the abundance of the rainforest, fearless and ease. Jaguar knows the ways beyond death and the master of the shadows. What am I actually getting for this? I actually feel, again, so divine feminine, you could resonate with this too, and you'll have this energy in you if you resonate with this. But I feel this is the masculine master in this. Like, you've mastered the shadows, because you think about all the things that come out about Mercury retrograde. Look at my speech going funny. Like, things are coming at you to distract you, but you've mastered it, and you're like, no, I'm not going there, because every time I do that, I feel like shit. Because look how many times feeling like shit came out. Like, or I don't want to drink loads tonight, or I don't want to drink anything, or I'm sober now. Like, that just makes me feel like shit, because that's the way I went. But however it, whatever level of it resonates with you. Jaguar knows the ways beyond death and master of the shadows, blending invisibility between light and dark, night and day. So I feel it's a masculine energy, all the people that resonate that have balanced your shadow. Good work. Jagger calls you to explore beyond the walls that confine you, to go outside your normal routine, to push your limits and boundaries. She's delivering an invitation from your own future to investigate the unknown, to venture into mystery in dark places you've been reluctant to explore. Toss all caution to the wind. Know that your Jagger instinct will serve you well. So, but also notice that's really powerful, because I'm sure the start of this, I can't really remember, but I'm sure this is well, I can't remember, but I can't remember if it was this or one of their videos. At the start of this, it was about you're ready, wasn't it? It was, wasn't it? Right, so I'll put them in the wee box, and I feel I want to end with a Mary Magdalene card. So, because Mary Magdalene, Jesus are always present in all the work that I do, but they're coming through very, very strong of late. There's Jesus himself. Good Friday on my birthday, 18th of April. I think I said that in this already, didn't I? Right, what have we got? And I'll read it from the book. I wonder, my favourite card is True Love Cannot Hide, and that's about the jealousy around unions. The fruit of the vine, abundance and growth. Wow, and yeah, I have to say, I'm experiencing that myself. But it wasn't an overnight success. It's taken a long time, and like you say, it's nothing to do with it. Something to do with, like, you know, the videos picking up speed or it. Well, I don't know actually. The subs are picking up speed, and I did notice on some of those star sign ones, the views are picking up. It's going to happen at some point. Like I always say, that's the fun of YouTube. You never know when something's going to start picking up. But again, I just get such shadow banned that it's like whatever. But God's more powerful than any kind of fuckery. The truth is revealed. Revelation. Yes, the truth is being revealed in Aries season. 42. Look, and then opened up at divine inheritance, positive flow. Because remember, divine inheritance isn't always money, but I do feel if money was a problem, it's you're being sent money for hard work. The fruit of the vine, abundance and growth. Grapes are a symbol of fertility and wealth. This card signifies success in your career and business. It's also favourable for family and love of aspirations. Some scholars believe grapevines represent the Davidic bloodline of Judah and its line of Princess Jeshua from the line of David and Mary Magdalene from the line of Benjamin. Years after their dynastic marriage, Mary and her offspring were taken to France for safety. There they remained hidden, and the symbol for their vine and its grapes was sometimes referred to as blue apples or plum blues. That's so weird. Oh my god, that's so weird. So again, I don't know if I'm putting that one in public because it felt really deep. But again, I always say that and I just end up putting it out eventually. It had a bit about like meeting in secret, or like, you know what I mean? Like, you'll see what I mean. It was just that, yeah, I described a bit out of film, and yeah, I feel there's something like either someone's going to pop up and surprise you at some point that you thought it's like going to be like a ghost coming back from the past, or you're going to be, or you've planned to go away somewhere or something. There's a whenever this manifests, there's an energy similar coming through. Remember, the grapevine depends on structural support so it can climb and reach the sun. Having the encouragement of a support group will strengthen and enhance your effort to reach your goals. I didn't read the rest because it was like kind of, you know, just stuff about the place and that. I'm getting tired now. So basically, yeah, that is about being around soul family community. Pluto in Aquarius is about community. And the thing is, if you've watched me the whole time, you know, because that Jagger medicine is one of my main power animals and it's something I've integrated, I wasn't always like so big, you know what I mean? Well, I wasn't. I've always been great at on a live stream at bringing people together and cheering people on and all that kind of stuff. But I used to get pulled more into the shadow, like, but again, I know I'm talking about a lot more recently, but it's just because Black Moon Lilith is conjunct my Pluto right now and I'm exposing it in the personal sessions coming out in the collective because it's happening. Like I always say, if this wasn't happening in the collective, it wouldn't be coming out. And it's good because it helps people. It gives people a warning before it happens to some, and sadly it's already happened to some, but you know, it helps people. But what was I saying there? Oh yeah, but it was just basically I used to be way more like it would stop me putting out my stuff because I was so aware of people copying me, and then people would be saying at the time because I was writing my own unique stuff, like, and then people are lifting it and putting it in their own groups and shit like that, like just total lack of originality. It still annoys me to think about it, but not like I used to get really angry at it and I would hold back my stuff. And then I just went the other way and I thought, no, I'm not like making myself suffer and not sharing my gifts. And other people are in pain and I can put out this to help them. And then eventually, you know, it's like I knew it was going to take a long time, hard work, and I would start getting back from either more clients or when you get monetized as well. And now, look, here I am. I'm monetized. It's just me pocket money just now, but it's money and I'm grateful all the same. And then donations here and there. And like someone sent me cards. I'm looking forward to receiving them. So thank you. That was Renee that had asked if she could send me. And it's funny because it says it's going to arrive like right at my birthday. So that's lovely too. So thank you. And yeah, you know what I mean? But that's not, I'm just stressing to you, that is not overnight. That's been 10 years in the making, working in public. So again, I've got a lot of experience to be able to help other people with their YouTube channels or whatever platforms you're on, because I invested a lot of money in business groups over the years to learn those skills. So like, again, whether you're aware of that or not, I'm like a transformational coach as well, and I blend it all with my shamanic healing. And so like don't be fooled by my sort of scattiness of like I make people a lot of money by doing the soul retrieval, planting the seed, the hypnosis, but also I have got very good skills for helping people with business. I'm better at helping other people with their business than to help myself. But like then I get other people to help me, you know what I mean? Community. Will we end on this? Is the Dirty Dancing card going to come out? What else do we need to know? Saturday night, like I said, please be careful if you're drinking and partying. Have fun, but shit, did that? It was drinking toxic lifestyle. So you see, that still could be present for some to take it on board, but it's very dangerous. I'm going to be praying it really dangerous energy for drinking and stuff like that. Out in the cold, yeah, look, feeling out in the cold outside of someone's life, that can actually be financial difficulty too, or emotion. If you've got money, it's emotional difficulty, but burdened. So out in the cold and burdened. Apologies and union. Wow. So it wasn't the Dirty Dance card, but it is union, and that came out a lot in my client session. It wasn't actually, but in her case, it wasn't actually about a union. It was about something else to do with, I mean, it doesn't really matter, it's anonymous, but it was another meaning, but celebration. But basically, I feel someone's feeling so burdened, so out in the cold. It's either a case that they've got everything they wanted, they're financially stable, and but they've not got you, and they feel alone and out in the cold from your life, and they're sad. And because of that, they want to apologise and they want union. And for others, somebody could be struggling financially, wanting to get back on their feet before they come forward. But I more just feel like, shuffle again, I more just feel someone's coming forward whenever this manifests. Yet there's someone stuck in their head. They showed me, and yeah, they're coming in. I felt it. I felt the Dirty Dancing card. So again, some of you are benefiting from that uber romantic, meant to be destined union energy, and it could be as soon as this weekend. But others, it's coming. Keep the faith. See you later.